Good day. Hope everybody out there is having a good one. If this is your first time to the channel, what we do here is we find new music from all around the globe and try to share it with the rest of the class. We follow people's suggestions rather than following algorithms. It's been way more fruitful that way. The algorithm never would have shown us this amount of stuff and this amount of time. I would encourage you to take a look around. We have a lot of playlists from music from all different genres, like I said, all around the world. And it's a good way to speed run finding new music without, having to rely on the algorithm. I guarantee you're going to find something that you never knew you needed in your life. Now, if you haven't known or knew about the metal scene that goes on in Japan. They have quite the interesting and incredible metal scene over there. And one of the leading bands that we've really been looking at in that scene is a band called Love Bites. Now they have a double DVD out. They had obviously with everything that was going on, they had kind of like taken a hiatus. They got a new bassist. A lot of stuff happened in the Love Bites world, but they came out swinging with this awesome double DVD memorial for the warrior souls. Very cool. We've been checking out some stuff off of it, and this is one right here. This is Love Bites with Soldier Stands Solitarily. So let's check this out. This is, of course, this is Love Bites Live, and they are just such an awesome band live, which you are about to see if you haven't seen already. And like I said, if you have a band or an artist that you'd like us to check out, please like, comment, subscribe, comment an artist, band, or whatever in the comments, and we'll get to them as soon as possible. Let's check this out. Love Bites. Soldier Stands Solitarily. Bye. I gotta each have a clap. So awesome. Tones and style. Awesome. Making it even look awesome. So reminiscent from earlier thrashing
Everybody,
Very cool, man. So much power. Very unexpected. Cool. That's awesome. Sometimes I feel like a skeptic. Way cool.
Thank you so much. I love you, we love you. いい景色の時。本当に心から感謝します。ありがとうございました。Good night.
That is way cool. Now, few things here. Well, first of all, they always have just like they have this big kind of like it's grandiose in its setup, but it's also simple at the same time. It's like it serves its purpose. You know, it's there sometimes there's bands that will have like this outrageous setup and all this stuff, and we're actually kind of sometimes that lends itself for more accidents to happen and stuff like that. The more levels and moving, the easier it is for somebody to lose their footing or totally not see where they're going and like walk right off the stage. I've like literally seen that in person. So yeah, very very cool stuff. Now these like this guitar is just so kick ass. Man, I I got a Dean. The next electric that I get is definitely gonna be a Dean. I even just from playing the acoustics and the few that the electrics that I've held and stuff, and then watching them in action, it's just there's such a more appealing guitar than even more like 10 or 15 years ago. They've really come into their own and outshined more of for a while it was like everybody was into like the Gibsons and stuff, and those are still a big um guitar or whatever. But these other brands like and like Ibanez kind of led the charge, but then you have ESP, and then these you also had the brands like Epiphone and stuff like that. But then these unassuming brands like Dean come up, and you had Dimebag, you had just a lot of people Carrie there from Slayer. You had just it's like I said, it's coming to its own, and really to have someone like this play, it's just that she's got a sponsorship. She's holding on to that guitar for a reason, and it's because she kicks ass. And and that's the other thing too. They bounce off of each other so awesomely. Whether it be like tonally, harmonically, octave wise, whatever they're doing, they always like they really seem to like accentuate each other. Like it's it's not like they're like this competing force or whatever. They really they come together to make this one type of guitar. So like with the whole riff that goes through this whole song. I mean, it's so like thrashy, and it's got its like old school type feel to it at the same time. But I mean, there's a lot of pick work going on, and a lot of just awesome stuff. A lot of hit, a lot of awesome guitar playing. Okay, and obviously you got the low end being held down fantastically, and her. I've probably said this a million times. It is so like you don't expect the huge voice that comes out. When you see her, you know, and rightfully so. You don't, it's just she must have some lungs and really train, and really, I mean, look, these ladies are all professionals at their craft. They all know exactly what they're doing, and what they've honed down for a sound and everything. And I think that they don't get enough. I don't hear people talking about them enough, especially here in the States. And I understand, and that's another reason why I say these things are like important, because we are region locked in a way. There's a lot of things that don't get fed to people, because why would it? It's it's a band that's famous in Japan, and for good reason, but they deserve such a bigger audience in the States. uh I'd say like media wise, like you should see more about them. And I mean, obviously, if you get them in your algorithm and stuff like that, you're going to see them more. But it's like we should be seeing them more in, you know, American publications and stuff like that more than we do. From my perspective, I believe we should be seeing them. And again, back to their sound. They just have she has the voice that really, is the powerhouse that really, you know, ties it all in together and makes it the powerhouse that it is. I mean, you know, could you do this um with another type thing? I don't think you could pull. She's such an awesome drummer, man. I don't think I like to go through and check out some of the clips and stuff. Um, I don't think you would be able to reproduce this, but you could. there are bands that I would rank up there with them, but not that they don't share the same, dynamic. And there are bands that perhaps have uh, a similar type vibe or sound in that vein. But yeah, Love Bites is this powerhouse unto themselves that really have a a very nostalgic feel that's very new and fresh. It's like if all the older metal and thrash and stuff, all of a sudden came out today, you know, Love Bites would be the one leading the pack. It's just I I am always brought back to older bands that when I first was introduced to thrash with Slayer and stuff like that. There was a lot of other bands that kind of disappeared, and some of them have been making a resurgence. You got Exodus and stuff like that, and even Anthrax and stuff. But there were a lot of other bands that um they kind of helped revolutionize that sound, and then they just kind of disappeared and faded off. And people that were really fans of that time will know what I'm talking about, because I could sit here and list off like some of the bands that have just disappeared, and it's like, well, at this point, you know most people I'm talking to wouldn't even know who these bands are. So if you know, and that's American wise. That's what it really brings me back to that. But it's like so new, so fresh, but it has this familiar feeling to it that I dig. And anybody that, is a metal fan from that time, the late 80s, early 90s, into the 2000s, and the metal stuff that was going on that really wasn't getting the recognition that it deserved until now. Um, now it's like we look back and we're like, Jesus, we really should have, and it's like, yeah, you don't know what got until it's gone. It's like nobody, everybody was fans of Slayer and everything, but nobody was, they didn't become this world sensation until they were like, yeah, we're out. And then all of a sudden everybody's like, man, I miss Slayer. It's like, so I think these are bands like fans of that type stuff. I think really that you should check out this band if you haven't already, because they really are a band that will um fill that void of those bands, and revitalize it or whatever, or perhaps make you listen to some of them older bands, because they are reminiscent of some awesome stuff. And like I said, with her powerhouse voice and these guitar licks, I mean, the guitar playing in this stuff is phenomenal. I could sit here and talk about it for a half hour easy. Just the dynamics between the two of them separately, the whole, it's just beautiful, incredible stuff. And I'm glad to have been getting back to it. I need, I would like to get some of this band on vinyl. So that I think is going to be one of my next steps. So yeah, I'm gonna have to follow some links myself. We will have you all linked up below with this video, and all the ways that you can get hooked up with Love Bites, as well as um, getting this double DVD that this is off. And like I said, all the places to go to get hooked up with this awesome band, because it's just, you can't, I don't care who you are. This is just awesome stuff, awesome metals. And I would highly encourage you to check them out. So like I said, we'll have you all linked up, and if you got a band or an artist or somebody that you think we should be checking out, well, don't be afraid, write it right down in the little comments. if you want to send me, it can be between me and you. If you want to send me a message, that's fine. But you can just comment an artist or whatever, and we will get to them as soon as possible. We got a lot of stuff to get to, a lot of stuff to get back to. We have, there's a lot of artists that you'll see around that we have playlists of and stuff that, yeah, we've been keeping tabs on, and for good reason, because it seems nobody else is. So somebody's got to, and yeah, somebody needs to be showing these bands to more people, and I hope to aid in doing that just a tiny little bit, because I think people are missing out with when they don't know about bands and stuff like this. So yeah, definitely awesome stuff. And like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Have a great day out there, everybody.